Howdy, folks. I'm that one passive-aggressive friend that thinks they're a mushroom, but they're a mush can't.
I'm Amber.
And I don't think that made any sense.
No, it didn't.
And here's some Reddit. Alright, folks, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Being Homophobic? Okay, just to make it clear, I'm not homophobic. I'm gay. People are telling me that I'm being homophobic, though. I'm a 22-year-old male, and I'm the youngest of 5 siblings, but my issue is with my brother, Matt, a 32-year-old male. I came out as gay at the age of 16 because I started a relationship with my current boyfriend. My whole family was so supportive, my parents and my other brother and my sister, but Matt, for some reason, he didn't accept me and distanced himself from me. He would ignore me at family gatherings and speak the bare minimum to me. Well, Matt was married to Marina, a 29-year-old female, and they have a 5-year-old adorable boy that my family adores. A year ago, my brother was caught cheating on Marina with a man. He ended up coming out and divorcing Marina. He dumped Marina right after that, and my family supported him and welcomed the affair partner like nothing had happened. The affair had been going on for years before Marina found out. Marina was deeply hurt, and I felt sorry for her. I've known Marina since I was around 8 years old. My brother and I have kind of reconciled. He apologized for distancing himself. He said that he was jealous of me because I could be true to myself and he was stuck in a loveless marriage. My brother married his affair partner a week ago and I attended the wedding. The day before the wedding, Marina had posted about how hurt and blindsided she was and how the wedding, is so wrong and nothing to see with sexuality. Marina is very open-minded. The next day, my brother had the nerve to post a video of their vows on social media and tag Marina and many other people, and the caption read, "If our love is wrong, then I don't ever want to be right." He got this from a song by Calum Scott, "If Our Love Is Wrong." Well, 2 days ago was my dad's birthday, and we all gathered to celebrate, and Matt started talking to us about how Marina had texted him, calling him names for accidentally tagging her. I couldn't keep it in. That was evil, and I know it wasn't an accident, so I told him that Marina was right and that he was a jerk, and that song wasn't to validate affairs and empower cheating partners, that he has some nerves to try and play the victim here. He didn't say a word and left, but then my parents started telling me that I ruined everything and that I should have known better since I'm gay too, and that I was being homophobic and I should support him because he struggled with sexuality his entire life. I get it, it's different for everyone. Not everyone is comfortable coming out, but that doesn't give you the right to hurt someone else's feelings, and he is trying to play the victim here and portraying Marina as evil, resentful ex who doesn't want him to be happy. They think that I should apologize, and my whole family seems to be on his side. Alright, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk, and also not homophobic. You're not coming after your brother because he's gay. You're rightly pointing out that he is being a petty and cruel person who has really pulled the wool over the eyes of someone he was supposed to be really close to.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue here is that while it's perfectly fine to be not able to reconcile with your sexuality and then have complicated feelings around it, it's not okay to continue a relationship with a person and keeping them in the dark about this is how what you're feeling and whatnot. He could have been very open with her. He could have explained that he doesn't love her. He didn't need to be stuck in a loveless marriage.
Right, he chose to continue the marriage. He
Yeah.
should have divorced her a long time ago or never married her in the first place.
Yeah.
And when he started having feelings for this man, he could have told her instead
Yeah.
of going behind her back. But not only did he cheat on her and initiate a divorce when they have a young child, which that's fine to divorce someone, they should have done it a long time ago. But then he has the audacity to tag her in this post and try rubbing salt in her wounds. It sounds like this is all very sudden for her.
Yeah.
He's had years to come to terms with
Exactly.
sexuality. This is all new for her.
Well, I think that's really an important point is that she was blindsided by this. She's still processing her grief and the loss of her relationship, and it doesn't sound like she was stuck in a loveless marriage. It sounds like this was pretty much a one-party deal where he, was stuck in a loveless marriage, and he was very deceptive towards her. And to play this off like he's the victim here, I think, is doing a huge disservice to the situation and to Marina.
Yeah, and I would say the exact same thing if he was straight doing this. The fact that he's gay doesn't make it any different,
Exactly.
He doesn't get a get out of jail free card because he's gay.
Yeah. But anyhow, take care and good luck, OP. WT Shiz says, not the jerk, cheating is cheating. And not only do you have not to be accepting of that without a judgment, but the fact that he re-victimized Marina is pretty depraved. And Throw 0528 2021 says, not the jerk. Matt was deliberately evil towards Marina when he tagged her in that post. You were 100% right to call him out. That would be bad enough if she was simply his ex, but she also is his child's mother. He has an obligation to his son to try to maintain a civil relationship with Marina. It's fine for him to be happy about his new marriage. It's not fine for him to be evil towards his ex. He's the jerk, not you. Speaking of free passes, our next letter is titled, I'm a 26-year-old male, and I went through my hall pass. My girlfriend, a 19-year-old female, doesn't seem too happy. Not too long ago, I, a 26-year-old male, and my girlfriend, a 19-year-old female, had discussions about our hall passes. I had chosen my colleague, a 22-year-old female at work, and my girlfriend at first seemed a bit skeptical, then came around once I assured her that I wouldn't take the opportunity if she was uncomfortable. Fast forward to a couple days ago, me and my colleague were out for a company party, late Christmas party, and ended up kissing each other. After a bit, we decided to ditch the party and go to a hotel where we did some adult fun time a few times. To be honest, I did feel a little guilty before because even though she's my hall pass, I'm still in a relationship. My girlfriend rang a couple of times while we were together at the hotel as it was getting late, but I decided to wait till I got home. Obviously, I told her what happened when I got home, and she didn't say too much and didn't really speak afterwards. My colleague has been texting me asking me to come over tonight. We've been exchanging texts and a couple of pictures since the other night, but I'm also unsure if a hall pass is a one-time thing or not. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk? Oh well, I guess this is a relationship advice one.
Yeah,
so it's not so much about whether or not he's a jerk.
Although he is a huge flaming jerk, OP, you need to break up with your girlfriend ASAP. You bullied her into something she didn't want to agree to, swore you wouldn't do anything if she was uncomfortable with it, and then went ahead and cheated on her anyway. It is cheating. The fact that you're like, oh, she's my hall pass, it doesn't give you a break. Hall passes are specifically supposed to be unattainable celebrities.
This is a pretty big mutilation of the whole idea of what a hall pass is. OP, you cheated on your girlfriend. That's the, meat and potatoes of this whole thing. There's no pass here. Your girlfriend wasn't comfortable with the situation, and you went ahead and took advantage of the situation and were like, oh, well, she's my hall pass. If you want to be with this other person, then you can be with this other person. And there's nothing wrong with having an open relationship too, as long as everyone's on board with it. But it sounds like your girlfriend is not on board with that.
Yeah.
So do her a favor and just break it off. So anyhow, take care and good luck. And Edgy New York, you want to cheat with your coworker, but you didn't want to feel guilty about it. So you concocted a scheme to create a hall pass to get her blessing so that you could use it to gaslight her. She objects because she's not an idiot. You whine and have a tantrum and promise it won't happen. Girlfriend realizes you intend to cheat and won't be talked out of it, so the conversation ends. You cheat. You think that you can gaslight her, that she was on board with it. The reality is that you cheated and gaslit yourself. If you're gonna cheat, don't be dumb. If your girlfriend has half a spine, she will dump you for being pathetic coward on top of being a cheater. Alright folks, our next letter is titled, Am I a jerk for telling my friend that she should change her attitude or at least tell the truth after she lied to me about her wedding being child-free. I'm using fake names and a throwaway. I'm a 23-year-old and my friend Ellie, 24 years old, got married a couple weeks ago. I received a +1 with my invite, so I RSVP'd that I would be attending with my brother. I have two brothers, Sammy, who's 18, and Will, who's 14. Will is the one who was supposed to come as my date, but he's autistic. A few months ago, Ellie and a couple of the other friends met up for lunch. The chat was mainly her talking about her wedding, and I mentioned that Will was pretty pumped to attend the wedding. Ellie asked if I was bringing Will as my +1, and I replied yes, and I said so on the RSVP. She said that she didn't realize and thought that I was bringing Sammy. The wedding was going to be child-free, so she was really sorry, but I couldn't bring Will. I was kind of surprised because it didn't say anywhere on the invite that it was going to be a child-free wedding, but I told her that I understood. So I didn't bring Will to the wedding because I thought it was a child-free wedding. I arrived and I saw many kids there, so I casually asked Ellie's sister if this was a child-free event, and she said no. I was mad that Ellie had lied to me. I left after food, I gave a gift, so I was going to eat, and sent her a DM the next day that I didn't realize that it wasn't a child-free wedding and why she felt like she needed to lie to me. Ellie messaged me back that they apparently had to cut down on the numbers and someone like Will wouldn't fit in on that environment. I replied that she should have had the guts to say straight to my face that she specifically didn't want my autistic brother to come, instead of lying that it was a child-free event. If she didn't want to change her attitude, at least learn to tell the truth. Ellie got mad and said that I was really entitled to think that I can dictate her guest list, and she doesn't have to answer to my interrogation. She ended up blocking me. Another friend thinks that I went too far DMing her, and I should have just let it be. My parents think that I'm right, but they're obviously biased. Alright folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. She lied to you and you found out it was a lie. There was no reason why she couldn't have been upfront if she was going to discriminate against your brother. Which, it's not a good thing to discriminate against people arbitrarily anyway. The fact that he's autistic doesn't necessarily mean he would have been bad at the wedding. If there were specific concerns she had about noise levels or light sensitivity or something, she could have broached that with you. But instead, she unilaterally decided he doesn't belong here, and I'm gonna not tell you and just let you find out by coming to the wedding.
She should have been more upfront about why, and then you could have just chosen not to attend as well. I really think that this is just an unfortunate situation because he was looking forward to this wedding, and he probably should have been the one to figure out whether or not he was capable of handling this event or not. It just seems really unfortunate that your ex-friend had such a terrible view on things. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Alright folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got a beverage of choice right here, and Amber has a joke.
Why did Mozart sell his chickens?
Well, because all they would do is play Bach.
Well, they kept saying, Bach, Bach, Bach.
They kept requesting for Bach. So, yes, chickens are like that. They're very much a big fan of Bach. And I have Make a Mint. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you're all having a great week so far. As you can see, somehow I managed to change the date to January 24 for the next live stream instead of February 24.
So we have to time travel.
Yeah, we'll have to time travel for this live stream event. So good luck. I'll see you there. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye.